Please stop playing around.
Ooh, I got snot on my face.
Yeah. Cut it. Restart.
I can read your mind, baby. I know what you're thinking, but it's alright. Yeah, it's alright.
Hey y'all, welcome to Conversing with Aaliyah Ranea. I am Aaliyah Ranea, and thank you for tuning in with me today. You know, this is the first episode of my podcast, which this podcast will be about me, you, girl talk, boy talk, relationship talk, anything y'all want to know, anything that people go through, things that anybody can go through or has already been through. On today's episode, the main topic is about me. I asked y'all on my Instagram, what do y'all want to know about me? Y'all gave me questions to answer, and these are the responses to those questions. So let's get into the first question. First question, how was my childhood? I would say my childhood was an even split, good and bad. But the good parts, I was spoiled, got everything I wanted, anything I wanted, got it. I was outside most of the time, you know, riding bikes, scooters, racing each other up and down the street, you know, chilling with my cousins, you know, just that type of thing. Bad parts, I was bullied. Yes, I was bullied. Me, this pretty girl sitting here right now, was bullied. I was bullied by somebody that stayed in the same house as me. You know, she was 11 years older than me, and it was all out of jealousy, and I don't even understand why. I was a little girl at the time. You are a much older person. You were already a teenager, you know, 18 or whatever, you know. But yeah, she bullied me, picked on me, hit on me, got me in trouble for things that I didn't do, you know, stuff like that. And I was also bullied. Well, I wouldn't even say it was bullied, but it's just a thing that I really didn't even want to get into when I was younger because I didn't know what happened to me. I have burns on my legs, on both my legs, and on my foot right here. So everybody would always just say, "Oh, what happened to you? Ew, what is that?" You know, stuff like that. But yeah, and I didn't stay with my biological mother or my biological father. Didn't stay with them. Didn't really have good communication with either one of them. So, you know, everybody wants that motherly love or fatherly love or whatever you want to call it. You know, I was spoiled. Even though I was spoiled, I was missing the love and affection part of my childhood. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. So boom, one down, and let's get into the second question. What are my traumas? I kind of feel like this basically saying like what is my weaknesses, but I'm gonna give it to y'all because it's not really a weakness, you know. Everybody's traumas makes them stronger. So my one and only trauma is losing my best friend at the age of 11. My best friend was my great grandma. She was my best friend. Like that was my love. That was my whole heart. She passed away November 4th, 2012. And like I said, I was 11 years old and I was going through her death caused me to go through so many emotions. I was angry, I was sad, and I also felt guilt. And I'm gonna tell y'all why I felt guilt. We was just chilling in the living room one day. You know, at this point in time, Shake It Up was a big show on Disney Channel, and Zendaya always had her hair a different type of way, and I was trying to get my hair that way. So I was real focused into, doing my hair and stuff. And she was watching her show on TV, and I wasn't paying attention to her at all. Like I said, I was playing in my hair. So yeah. And I forgot who called the phone and who noticed that something was wrong with her by the tone of her voice. And it's really a blur on that situation. Since I got older, it's really hard to really describe that day because I don't remember all the things that led up to what happened. But yeah, her voice was different. She was slurring her words, she was drooling, and those are signs of a stroke. And I didn't know what a stroke was. I didn't know what caused strokes. I was an 11-year-old, so I really didn't know what was going on. 911 was called. She was rushed to the hospital, and she didn't die that day, although that day did have, an effect on her life on throughout before she passed away. So it put her in a coma. After she woke from the coma, she was sent to a nursing home. She didn't have the ability to walk. She barely spoke, barely really had any function going on. So, yeah, that's why I felt really guilty, because I was sitting there playing in my hair and didn't notice what was going on. And if I wasn't playing in my hair, would I really have noticed what she was going through, and would it have prevented her from passing? So yeah, that was my trauma. And that was also a big trigger for my depression. So, down. Question number 3. What is the hardest situation I have been through? For this, I have bipolar depression. Everybody goes through depression. Literally everybody. And sometimes you may not even know the signs of your depression, or that you even in depression, which kind of makes it worse. But yeah, I was diagnosed with bipolar depression 2019. Even though I've been depressed throughout my whole life, I really didn't know the word for the way I was feeling, the numbness, the emptiness, the loneliness. I didn't know the name for it until I really got older and got into high school. So yeah, I talked to a therapist one time, literally one time and one day, and she diagnosed me as having a bipolar depression. And she prescribed me meds for antidepressants, anti-anxiety medication, and I had to take that. I only took one bottle too, so after that I was like, yeah, I'm not really rocking with that. It makes me feel better, but not in the way that I want to feel better. I want to feel better on my own without medication, or, things with, I would notice when I slip into a depression, I call them depression episodes, that I noticed is I used to stare at a blank wall all day. Coming from school, sit in my bed, stare at the wall. On weekends, stare at the wall. When I was younger, I used to hide under my bed. And I wasn't really suicidal. I wasn't a suicidal person. I did have suicidal thoughts, but I wasn't suicidal. And by suicidal thoughts, I just mean sometimes I just wish that I wasn't here on earth, walking with y'all, talking with y'all. I would hide under my bed and just hold my breath until I got weak. Like a little fainty, not too much, I would just hold my breath. And sometimes it made me feel better. Sometimes it didn't. But it's good to know that I'm not like how I used to be. I still be depressed, and I still go through the motions, but I'm able to pick myself up faster than what I used to. And that's why I keep my walls decorated, because if they wasn't decorated, I would still probably be, stuck in a little trance. But all of my walls have something on them. Pictures of me, paintings, LED lights. And yeah, I be wanting to know, like, how do y'all be feeling when y'all be depressed? Like, what are y'all triggers and stuff like that? Or how do y'all be knowing that y'all depressed? Yeah. That's it for this one. This one is the fourth question. How am I able to overcome hard times? And to be honest with y'all, I still get stuck. After going through a struggle or, an obstacle that's kind of hard to maneuver through. Sometimes I just sit there and just be stuck. And I hate that feeling, but I really don't know yet how to really pick myself up as quick as I should. Even though I said before with the depression, I pick myself up faster, but it's not as fast as I need it to be. So, but I do know with like overcoming hard times, you can't dwell on it. You can't dwell on the past. You can't plan so much into the future that you get lost in it. And when it comes to now, like present time, you don't know what to do because you didn't overthought about the future or overthought about the past that you can't change. And you really can't change the future yet because it's the future. Nobody knows what's gonna happen in the future. You don't know. Only God knows. So all you gotta do is focus on the 24 hours. Focus on the now. Fifth on the list, second to the last, almost done. And y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I've been nervous. I'm glad I ain't fidgeting as much as I do. Well, I probably have, but I'm not even going. I'm not even going. Let me get into this question. Fifth question, what has made me become a stronger person? My grandma's passing. That's one thing that has helped me become a stronger person. I held on to her so much because, she protected me. She protected me as much as she could. And, I had to learn how to defend myself. You gotta walk tall. Put your back straight, lift your head up high, and just continue on throughout your life. 2 is having depression, living with depression. Building the strength to pick yourself up after episodes or after going through all the emotions and stuff like that. And being able to smile again after you thought you might never smile again. So, yeah. Those are things that has made me become a stronger person. And you go through many more things to help you become a stronger person, but those are just my main 2. Everybody go through heartbreak, and that helps you become a stronger person too. I ain't even gonna get into the heartbreak. I'm gonna bring somebody else on the show, and I'm having guests on the show as well. So we gonna get into it together, cause heartbreak, it's one heck of a thing. And last on the list is, what do Miss Aaliyah Ranea. Look for in a partner. You know, what's my type? Basically, what's my type? You know, if you know me, I like males and females. You know, I like both genders. Bisexual, you know. Hey girls, what's up, guys? What I look for in someone is someone who supports me, someone who loves me, respects me, you know, motivates me, and just help me without tearing me down. Because you got some people that just think they helping you, but they do it while tearing you down, and that's not good at all. No one should be getting torn down, especially like if you like me, I already tear myself down, so somebody adding on to that, it just does no good. So yeah, someone who motivates me, somebody who will stick beside me, you know, through the thick, through the thin. And when I mean through the thin, I mean when sometimes I might feel like I'm hard to deal with, and it's just all because of the mental. It's a mental thing. Good communication. They gotta be a great communicator. Or we might be learning together, you know, who knows. But, you know, someone who wants to build and spoil each other. And by spoil, I don't mean, you know, strictly materialistic things. You know, spoil by meaning, you know, it could be something that's real simple that I like. And you show that some attention, you know, like, I like to color. So let's say if whoever I'm with bought me a coloring book and some crayons and stuff like that, that would really, you know, brighten my day up. I would really appreciate that. I like simple things. I'm not really too materialistic, but everybody do like nice things, don't get me wrong, but that's just not what I'm so, you know, needy of. I'm not needy for materialistic things. Yeah, someone who understands that the relationship will be 100-100. Ain't no 50-50. 50-50 don't even work. And that, to me, that don't make sense. Because if you're giving me half of you, where's the other half going? And if I'm giving you half of me, then where is my other half going? You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So 100-100. I give you all of me, you give me all of you. Simple. And my type, I love a great personality. I like someone with a great personality. My bad. My words just be getting all over the place, especially when I'm nervous. But yeah, someone with a great personality. Someone who's caring, but also knowing to put their foot down when it's time to put their foot down. I don't like no cocky person. Yeah, you can be confident. I love the confidence. But I know the difference between cocky and confident. So don't come in me with that cocky stuff. You'll get turned down quick. But yeah, y'all got your teeth. Let's get into the teeth. I love nice, clean teeth. They ain't gotta be super white, you know. They ain't gotta be pretty white, but they gotta be clean type of white, you know? Like mine. Y'all see my snap. Y'all see my teeth. Like, it's probably the whitest thing in the room. But anyways, good hygiene. You gotta smell good. You gotta have a clean body, soft skin. I love that. I love soft skin. Yeah, and you know, of course you gotta smell good. Smelling good is the panty dropper. One of them. Oh, you gotta dress. You gotta have a dress. But I'm not talking about like dripped and draped down in design or nothing like that, you know. That's a little. I don't wanna be seeing no nigga with no fat ass Balenciagas on. I don't wanna see that, okay? I'm not too big on dressing. I like to be comfortable. I dress cute and comfortable. Whatever is comfortable for me and cute, I'm gonna wear it. You know, nothing too major. I'm not really into all the dressing. I just like to be chill. My style is real chill. Oh. You gotta be chocolate. You gotta be chocolate. I don't want no light bright. No offense to the light bright. Y'all be handsome and all. But chocolate is just what I prefer. All type of browns. You know, you could be a mocha. You could be a peanut butter. Coffee. You could be cream. Whatever. But, you know, you just gotta have that brownness, that melanin to your skin. I love that. So then that's all of the questions that y'all have asked me. Oh, and another question that I didn't even get to put in here is what will be on my podcast and why I started my podcast. Why I started my podcast is because, you know, I want to shine the light on things that people really have a hard time talking about, even stuff that I have a hard time talking about. So being right here doing this very first video is coming out my comfort zone and coming out my shell. So yeah, just to talk about things that people have a hard time talking about. This will be on my YouTube channel, and on my YouTube channel it won't just be my podcast. I'll be doing other stuff as well, vlogging, you know, whatever y'all want to see me do. What was the other question? Oh, what will all be on my podcast? I think that was that. What will all be on here? You know, talking. I'll have guests, so other people will be here, sitting here, conversing with me as well, because, you know, this is Conversing with me, Aaliyah Ranea. I'm telling y'all, I was gonna keep BSing to start this video. For one, extremely nervous. For two, I be feeling like I'm real awkward. So there's that. I did it though. Thank y'all. Bye bye.